Heaven, heaven. This is Tycoon Wibby for ISTRep.cash. And this month, we're going to be talking about Happy New Year. Happy New Year, guys. It's 2024 whenever you're watching this, right? Prosperity. Maybe this video is being watched 1,000 years from this moment. Hey, you, whoever you is, I love you, baby. I love you. And remember, be good to the civilization, have gigantic dreams, and push the entire civilization there. It's okay. Yes, please do. So, cryptocurrency, 2024. Yes. And once again, I have to remind myself that I like to open up with this, right? The purpose of my talks, each and every last one of them, is to make sure that we have a roadmap to take our civilization off of currency, point blank, period. Yes, currency at a particular point actually holds your civilization back. Yes, and that's what we're going to be talking about for the month of January, right? Like how currency is good, yes, and how it is also very, very bad, right? Once you get to a particular production, which we're about to get to real quick, because we're going to have robots and the code mines to operate them, right? And you have to begin to tread very, very carefully during this particular time period, right? Because the fractionalization can get real and we can still take ourselves out even though we are multiplanetary, right? Because the factions can get real. And then we have robots and we have secret moon facilities where they've been producing 1,000,000 robots a year for 10 years. Yeah. So we have to tread carefully and always have it in our civilization somewhere, right? Somewhere. We are having the plan to take it off of money, right? Because once we can take our civilization off of money, the metric of how much money you have goes away and it begins to become how much did you produce? And better yet, how much do you have stored? Yes? Because without currency, you comprehend that 20 years stored. That's a real metric right there, right? Like I got bread stored up for 1,000 years. That's a real metric right there, right? Instead of I have money to buy bread for 1,000 years. Hold on. Civilization crumbled. Your bread's still there, bro. Yeah? So it is much better and nicer, especially for the people that are just born into poverty. Like most of the world is poor. So why should you be faulted because your mama and your daddy got together and they have very little money and you came into the world? You got to get faulted because of that? And what weak-minded person would let generations and generations go by without fixing it? The quality of a strong man is looking after his civilization because his family's already covered. Yeah. In some kind of sense, right? So the strong men actually in the civilization must stand up, right, and have a plan for truly taking care of the civilization, right? Each and every generation, it should look better and the prices should be lower. Yes? Because we all comprehend without currency, food's free, energy's free, education's free, body wellness is free. Yes? And And if we are capable, I have a mind, yes, that can build those solutions. I do. You may have a problem thinking of those yes solutions, but I can think of the yes solutions. Yes? Which is why I'm saying with my voice, we do have a roadmap for getting our civilization off of money. And for those of you who are here, this is exactly how I'm going to do it, right? The way that you do it is by having people get comfortable with having thousands of quality currency. Yes? Thousands, yes? And for those of us who really like this financial thing, millions, just millions of different types of quality money, right? Because if it's always there in some form of fashion, it can begin to be phased out, right? And generation after generation, they care about different things, right? We saw with the Roman Empire, the Republicans really cared about the republics. But then the empire came in for just a little while, and the ones who became adults in there like, hey, why would I like to just be a senator or the top dog dictator for a little while when I could be the emperor? Yes? So that is what we're looking for in the transition. So you say, well, how do you get people to have 1,000 million billion different quality currencies? This is the difference. Quality. So when we say quality, we're talking about even if it's worth $1.20, it's usually worth $1.20. Yeah. Right. Like if it's worth 57 cents, it's usually worth 57 cents, right? Like I could give a God bless it if it's 57 cents, so long as it'll kind of be that next Tuesday, right? If it'll kind of be that 3 months from today, right? So in that basket of currencies all in one digital wallet or a physical wallet or whatever, man, put the chip in the body, bless it, right? Like tattoo it on your tongue. Let it be a biometric thing. Who cares? But it will be that thing that whenever you go to purchase something, it is pulling from a pool of millions of quality currency. Yes? And I created the Postpeg as the very first example of how you can establish a quality currency through a token. Yes? Well, very first elementary form. I'm thinking the forms on down the line will be much different. Yes? But I thought that in the way to take us off of currency was by filling the world, filling our civilization with quality money. Right? Instead of trying to have it whittle all down to 1 and then 0. It's whittle up to 1 billion and then it just kind of fades because it's just kind of in the backpack because you always got it. Right? Because pegging. Yes, pegging. Letting this be a representation of this, right? Easy peasy, lemon bow squeezy. Go crazy, pleasy, yes? Right? So, yes, of course, it's istrep.cash, right? The genius here, right? By the way, I am y'all financial genius. You're welcome, right? Like, what would this civilization be without me, right? Like, I stopped acting and recycling and it still looks the same, yes? Because Yes Mind has yes solutions, and yes, they are different. And we will through me and you and listening and all of us in this crypto sphere, right? We will comprehend we are building and bringing cryptocurrency into our civilization so that we can get rid of money one day. Because how am I supposed to look at a child who just got born in a poor family and say, yeah, you deal with that? Hold up, bro. I'm stronger than that, bro. I'm more intelligent than that, bruh. I comprehend that all it's gonna take is me and a handful of dedicated men. And yes, I am one of those. I am one of those. Women should be at home making babies, right? Like, we have one planet. One. I could see if they're like, yeah, well, we have 10 planets. We're going to start doing other things. I get it. I get it. But before 10 planets, the women are making babies and we're building civilization so that that's all they need to do. Because men, this is our civilization. It's ours. We're going to build it so that we can get rid of this money shit. I'm tired of dealing with the heartache of children just being born poor, and it looks like we have zero cares for them. I do care. I do have that mind. I do have that heart. But these solutions, they take a while. And I'm absolutely fine dying trying this. A civilization truly, right? Let's just say that I'm in heaven, right? And I'm like, kind of like to go back and see, right? And I come back and see. And what is before me is a civilization without money. Oh, the places on Mars that I could go and live and see. Oh, the places on Saturn that I could live and see and have a girlfriend on Jupiter. Living in the gas. She's mighty, mighty fine. Something like that, right? Like just the idea of being reborn later in our civilization, and we have done tremendously well. We have literally done our very best to make it heaven, and by golly, we nearly got there. Yes, it is a video like this where you're like, man, wish I had a huge following so people could get this, but you in that prosperity, yeah? The one who had the dick, it's like, I'm getting that tycoon, I'm writing that buck. Love all y'all, all down through the years. I love y'all, right? Heaven, yeah, I made a way so that we got rid of currency. Because at some point the love has to take over, right? The love, the care, the kindness, the men stepping up and saying, oh yeah, this is our civilization, we're gonna make heaven, right? What we out here doing, we work, right? What we working to do? We're working to build heaven. What are you talking about? Yeah? So that's all we're going to be talking about the month of January, right? Getting rid of this currency and the plan laid out therein. Evan,